you have a high school junior, you may be getting ready for the big college fair at the Raleigh Convention Center tomorrow. The fair could be overwhelming if you're not prepared, so we're soliciting some help from Sue Wasilek, one of the authors of Getting the Most Out of College. For the past 35 years, Sue has held several positions at Duke University working with students. And check this out, she even lives in a residence hall on campus. So great to have you here.
So great to be here. Thank you.
So let's talk about the kinds of things that students should consider as they're choosing a college.
Well, there are a lot of things to consider. Students need to consider the size of the school, for one thing. Depending on what type of high school or what size of high school students have attended, the size of the college could make a very big difference for them. Certainly the location. Students may be coming from larger cities, smaller cities, or rural areas, and they need to think about what might be best for them in promoting the greatest opportunity for success in terms of location. How close to home do they want to be? Or not. And they also need to particularly and most importantly look at the academic curriculum, what's being offered by the school, what their interests are, will their interests be satisfied by that particular school, and then finally special programs or resources. Does the student come to the school with a particular need that might be related to a disability, it might be related to long-term career plans? Will that particular school be able to fulfill those individual needs?
So how does a student approach their college career, and it is a career, in order to get the best experience out of it?
It is a career, and I think so many students and their parents spend an inordinate amount of time getting into college, and then once they get in, they take a deep breath and sometimes don't realize that they really need to buckle down and really strategize how to get the very best out of their college experience. So they need to think about their roommate and how they're going to engage in that relationship. They need to think about what it's going to be like to be away from home. How are they going to, as we say in the book, communicate with the mothership? And how are they going to pick a major, approach their academics? What is their relationship going to be like with professors and with other administrators on campus? But frankly, most importantly, I think students need to do a very quick but thorough survey of all of the resources available to them on various campuses, and then decide, how can I best use those resources to maximize my college experience?
At this college fair tomorrow in Raleigh, 179 schools will be there. And just that number alone overwhelms me. How in the world do you walk in there and get the most out of your time when there's that many schools?
And there are a lot of schools, and there are even more in the country, but that can be an incredibly daunting experience. So some of the questions that I posed in the very beginning, location and size, those two things might help a student really narrow down their choices from the get-go. But they also may want to make certain that they think about those academic programs and know exactly what schools offer what they're looking for. The student also needs to keep one very important thing in mind, though, and that is they're 17, 18, maybe even 16 years old. And for us and for anyone else to expect that they know exactly what they're going to want to do 10, 20, 30 years from that point is very unrealistic. So I would suggest to them that one of the things they look for in a school are a lot of options and the opportunity to change their mind. That's exactly right.
Okay, of course, the cost of college is so exorbitant for a lot of families. They may find that perfect college that fits all that criteria, but then say, how in the world do I pay for it?
And that's another good question. Again, I would suggest that the student not eliminate a school because they believe it costs too much, but instead I would advise them to explore the financial aid options and make certain that they know what scholarships are available, whether those are merit-based or athletic scholarships or whatever type they might be. And also they learn as much as they possibly can about the financial aid program available at that particular school. And all schools, frankly, that they're looking at.
It's very good information. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, and good luck to everyone.
If you are interested or registered, you can still, if you have not registered, you can still attend the college fair. It runs from 4:30 to 7:30 tomorrow night, and it is free.